Hello and welcome to Take 5 with Vinay 5. Hey, that's me. And today, during this unprecedented time, during a global pandemic, I still want to talk about the difference between being happy, content, and joyful. Because as long as we have breath, we have reasons to be those things. Now, I know that this is an unprecedented time, and I want to stop right here and acknowledge that anxiety, depression, and even abuse, domestic abuse, is on the rise. So please, if you need help, use the resource links that I've added below. Don't suffer in silence. Self care is not selfish. Now, to talk about happy, content, and joyful. There's a quote that I really, really like because there's so many definitions of happiness. Sidney J. Harris defines happiness as a direction, not a place. I would like to add that the direction includes people, places, and things. So let's start with things. And I'll talk about those things that bring me a sense of happiness. Things like music. I love good music. A good book. A good drama on TV. A good bowl of ice cream. Chocolate covered cherries. Those things bring me comfort and give me a sense of happiness. Now let's talk about places. I love the beach. Love it. The smell of the ocean, the feel of the sand, the spaces closest to the beach where you have the trees with the moss on it. Yes, yes, I love it. I like walking outside and feeling the sunshine on my face. Or I can lay across the bed at a certain angle and feel that sunshine on me. Brings me a sense of happiness. Places. Now, people, that's a whole different party. Because people will inevitably disappoint us. So we cannot expect people to make us happy. Number one, we have to be happy with ourselves before we can be happy with anyone else. There was a quote that I saw that said, if you don't mend what hurt you, you will bleed on someone that didn't cut you. So again, happiness is our power. We should not give that power away or think that is someone else's responsibility. Now, let's talk about being content. There's another quote for another feeling based on circumstances. And that is Tony Gaskins, who says that to be content doesn't mean that we don't desire more. It means we're thankful for what we have and patient for what is to come. A one-bedroom apartment can feel like a castle or a cage, depending on the person's mentality. Remember maybe your college days where a dorm room or your apartment, first time living alone or out on your own. Yes, that felt like your own castle. But as life continued and you met that special person, settled down, wanted to have children, then the desire for a home, square footage sets in. Being content with what you have, but desiring more. And then isn't it funny, as we get older, we start talking about downsizing. All of that, still being content. But what can happen is becoming complacent. And for me, complacency looks like someone who has determined that what they have is all that they can have. And the only thing that results with that is frustration, envy, and jealousy of others. So it's okay to be content. And if you desire more, you can be patient for it, but you must also be willing to do the work to get what you desire. Being content, but not complacent. The final aspect that I want to talk about is joy. Now, this is different because I truly believe that joy comes from within. And if we look at 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 8 through 9, it states that gladness is not based on circumstances. I believe that. And that joy is based on my faith in a higher power than myself. And I learned a long time ago to pray, God, give me the strength to endure your will, and I can remain joyful. I hope that you find a direction of happiness and that you are content in all that you have and all that you do, but that you don't become complacent. I pray that you find indisputable joy. And I'll see you next time.